welcome Ms. D. Priya, lecturer, senior grade, to highlight the guidelines of the FTP.
On behalf of PSG Polytechnic College, I extend a very warm welcome to you all have gathered here. I am very privileged to inform you all about the guidelines. To ensure a smooth and productive experience, participants are requested to follow these guidelines. Participants are requested to join the session 5 to 10 minutes before the scheduled time. You have to give your full name while logging into the Zoom meeting in the attendance purpose, for the attendance purpose. Attendance will be calculated in two ways. It will be calculated automatically.
Thank you, madam. We are esteemed to welcome Ms. I.N. Soundarya, lecturer, Department of Computer Networking, PSG Polytechnic College, to deliver a vote of thanks.
Good evening to one and all present here. We are delighted to express our heartfelt thanks to all of you who have ignited the sparkle of this grand occasion. We are glad to express our sincere gratitude to the management and our principal, Dr. B. Giriraj, for making this FDP happen through their encouragement and support. Thank you, sir. We are privileged to thank our chief guest, Ms. Ponsana, CEO, Thai Green Power Solution Company Limited, Thailand, for adding sparkles to our FDP and for your invaluable presence as well. Thank you, ma'am. We are grateful to our FDP coordinator and head of the department, Computer Networking, PSG Polytechnic College, Dr. S. Brenda, who always mentors and helps us in order to accomplish our endeavors as well as making this FDP possible. Thank you, ma'am. We warmly thank Ms. D. Priya, Senior Lecturer, FDP Co-Coordinator, who put her constant efforts into making this FDP a remarkable one. Thank you, ma'am. We are extremely happy to thank our participants for your precious presence and participation. Thank you all. Warmly, we thank all of you once again for this fruitful occasion. Thank you.
We are delighted to have Ms. Ponsana David, CEO at Thai Green Power Solution, Thailand. Ponsana David is a visionary leader in the renewable energy and blockchain industries. She is the CEO of Thai Green Power Solution Limited, TGPS Global, Thailand, overseeing the company's global operations in the USA, Kuwait, Sri Lanka, and India. Under her leadership, TGPS Global has become a pioneering force in renewable energy, specializing in solar solutions and electrical vehicle manufacturing. The company's EV brand, Frequency Vehicle, along with its cutting edge charging port manufacturing, is redefining the clean mobility landscape. In addition to energy solutions, Ponsana David is a key figure in blockchain technology, heading Frequency Chain, an exclusive layer 1 blockchain designed for the global renewable energy industry. Through this, she is driving decentralization and sustainability in energy ecosystems. She also serves as the chairperson of the Green Carpet Foundation, an initiative dedicated to environmental sustainability and the advancement of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. Her contributions have earned numerous accolades and awards for outstanding achievements in renewable energy and blockchain innovation. Beyond industry leadership, TGPS Global is a proud institutional partner of PSG Polytechnic, where Ponsena is committed to fostering real-life industry opportunities for students and integrating sustainability principles into education. Her mission is to empower future generations and create a greener, more sustainable world. We are privileged to welcome Ms. Ponsana David to present on the topic Introduction to Industry 5.0. Welcome you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, that was a very brief introduction about me, and let's jump into the session. I would like to say something before we start. This is what this evolution is all about. Just imagine like 2 or 5, 6 years back, before COVID, maybe anything and everything would be physical. You have to spend so much, we have to spend so much of electricity, so much of petrols, like time and everything. Now, I think near about 122 people together supporting the future generation to know about the emerging technology. And this is the greatest part, and that starts now. So I don't want to have any formal, session here. I just wanted to have this as an interactive one. I know you cannot unmute, but again, you have access to your chat box, and we can communicate through chat where you can share whatever you have. And I'm gonna ask a couple of questions so that we can have the session little interactive, very much interactive. So let this not be a formal session once again. Let's consider this as a brainstorming event so that you and me together can travel on the same page to know about what future holds when it comes to this Industry 5.0. So as I said, I'm Ponsna David. I'm heading the complete operations and the execution of Tigering Per Solution. We are pioneering in the renewable energy industry where we are the solution provider. We do have a wide wing of spread throughout near about like 6 countries almost. So before jumping into the topic, I would like to question everybody and you can answer me. How are you, or is there any rating you could give for industry 4.0 by any chance? Any idea? Like I have different modes here. You can rate as you like, from poor, average, good to excellent. So you can drop in the chat box. You can drop in the chat box. Good. I got only one person. Okay, it's poor. It's poor. Okay. All the professionals, I think, including me, if you ask me, I would not go for poor, but not definitely excellent, because yes, there is something according to me is lagging when it comes to industry 4.0, and we are very happy this particular revolution has a very shortened period, and we have switched very swiftly for the advancement. So let's see what I have it for you. This evolution, when it comes to the industry 1.0 to 5.0, we have came across with a lot and lots of improvisation. And if you could look closely into it, all we could say is each and every evolution, instead of calling that as an evolution, let's call that as a revolution. Each and every revolution has paved a great impact in the improvisation when it comes to this mankind. Rather than calling this as an automated revolution, we could call each and every evolution is man-made, completely man-made. But when it comes to 4.0, we always have a glitch. It is considered as a setback where the human interference and the importance for the human and the like the advancement involving human is actually percentile is actually very less compared to 1.0 to 3.0 and this 5.0. So what exactly the journey was and how exactly we have passed the journey, let us see. So it's from 1760s to 1840s. That was called the age of steams. So that was the first revolution where the steams and the utilization came into the public. Example, steam powered textile missions, mills in the Britain, and from there it got spread over, and this revolution paved a great impact when it comes to this economy and the financial sustainability during that age. And the second revolution is from the age where 1870s to 1920, and it is more of electricity usage. Because just remember, if you could just travel back, it was all fire and fire base of things, and the electricity was just booming, and people were just using electricity for the basic utilization and definitely not on the commercial basis. But that was the period when people understood the importance of electricity and the commercialization of it. Example, the automobile assembly units, Henry Ford. So they converted completely, the entire operations was automated based on this electricity, where the consumption of the production was reduced 95%. If you could see the slide, the production time from 12 hours to 90 minutes. That was the tremendous transformation this particular age gave in the market. So based on which, that was the time where the electricity and its utility came directly into the household units and also the commercialization part. And the third revolution is 1970s to 2000s. It's completely digital, where we all now use smartphones, laptops, tablets, all those things. But that was the time when people got the awareness, and when the public, like I still remember a story where somebody was telling someone that in future, in next 50 years, there's no point that you need to travel across, or there is no need for you to write a letter or just a mail. It's going to be very instant, and each and every people, people could join together in one particular place without wasting any money or time, and they can be connected on a digital basis. And that was not believed that in that particular era, but it was always that, the beginning should be really understandable, and people's, like the professionals, has to have ears open during the emerging of any technical aspect. So example, like the General Motors, first they invented robots, and they had robots in their manufacturing units. That was it was a worldwide news when people were like easily switched into the robotic methodologies. So this is 4.0, and a revolution which we all have to think. We all thought a lot, and that is completely a smart revolution, because AI was the talk of that particular period, and people were replaced in most of the workplaces. It is a no-brainer that if one particular person could do a work of 10 people, then yes, there is a lot of economical benefits and the financial benefits, but it has not paved any improvisation when it comes to human mankind. So that is something that was a very little concern when it comes to this industry 4.0. This is the actual journey from industry 1.0 to 4.0, and 5.0 is something like a Midas touch happened now. This is the image where people, like now, if you could go search online, Google it, you often find this kind of image online. And whenever I see this, I don't know if you guys are aware of Michelangelo. He's an Italian sculptor, and he's the one who created this art. Do you remember, there is one Greek god touching the man's finger like this. So that's called as the creation of Adam. So the Adam is complete by the touch of God. And this picture shows AI or any technology is complete when it empowers human, and when it could benefits the human mankind. So this picture, I always, whenever I see this speaks a lot with me, because technology is technology only when it paves and empower the future generation, and it has to create and produce a lot of benefits for the future generation. So this is a very great thing. You can all have this in your wallpaper, because now, since we all speak of technology, and we became the god of technology, especially in this industry 5.0. So industry 5.0 is commonly a collaboration between human and the AI. It's very, very simple. Just think about, I don't know whether you have heard about the word cobot. It is a cooperative robot, collaborative robot, and that is called cobot, and that is the future. So when it comes to any technology, especially AI, the human has to have a great impact and a great result by implementing it. That is when the technology can be a use for the next generation, because the sustainability and an ethical practice is very much needed in the current era. It is not that easy to make commercialization in whatever we invent. Just based on the technology. It has to have a beneficial part when it comes to this human mankind. And there are quite a few key features in this industry 5.0. And let me just tell you that I have picked very important key features, starting with human and AI collaboration. That is very, very simple. Rather than replacing machines instead of human, how come it can be when a machine could assist human? Just for an example, this exoskeleton. This was first, utilized by the Toyota factories, where now most of the factories, like this heavy machinery factories, heavy machine manufacturing factories, they all switched into this exoskeleton methodology, which helps their employees to work on a safe mode. And the result is quite to the mark compared to the previous era. So this human and AI collaboration is a key point when it comes to this industry 5.0. And the key feature number 2 is hyper personalization. That is the customization. Just imagine, a personal production. We do go for shopping and all you get is size 36, size 48, and you might be like in between 36 and 40, where you have to compromise with that. And if at all you need to customize something exclusive for you, it's not gonna be very easy. Maybe, like a tailor made is not for everybody, considering the, it's really time constraint. But this hyper personalization has emerged into the current market, where Adidas is the first company which has utilized this 3D printing closets, where it can instantly create a customized shoe for any size. And this particular technology can reduce the production cost, because just like 5-10 years back, if at all you need a customization, and when you go to a textile mill or so, and if you ask them your t-shirt size is like 36 and you wanted like 50 piece, and he's going to charge you more, and he's going to tell, like, it's not possible because we go on a bulk production and all the stuff. But with this 3D printings, the entire customization part is now invented, and very soon in all the malls and all the shopping centers, you will definitely have this customization where you go pick a product, you like the color, you like the design, you like the materials, and you wanted that to be customized for your size, and that can be customized on spot and it can be delivered instantly. That is what we are actually moving forward, the hyper personalization, an important feature, the feature number 2. And the third feature is the sustainability and green manufacturing. This is something we cater when it comes to our company TGPS, just not TGPS. If you go to any hotels, hospitals, schools, IT companies, anywhere, you start seeing this SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, go green, carbon emission reduction, promoting renewable energies, and promoting electric vehicles. This is the current topic now. But just speaking about that is not going to pay anything, or it's not going to be of any benefits in the future, because rather considering the sustainable future, like this net zero carbon and carbon reduction, rather speaking that as a topic of service, we have to really consider that as a concern, where it's going to hardly affect our it's going to definitely affect our future generation. So at present, each and every technology, whatever you take, like finally they cater and they speak a lot when it comes for carbon emission and carbon reduction. Example like TGPS, Thai Green Power Solution, where we are the solution providers for the global renewable energy industries, and we have our own solar EPC methodology. There are like so many companies, so many commercials and the domestic elements where we have installed solars. We do manufacture our own electric vehicle, frequency vehicle, and charging port. All these are combined and integrated with the blockchain, because we really wanted to have this business process and the methodology on a secured and transparent way. So this is number 3, third key feature of Industry 5.0. And the fourth one is, again, it's really, really important, because if it's not going to benefit the human and the earth, then there is no point in having a technology just for the sake. No. So resilience and an ethical AI is something which is very, very important, but it has to go in align with the human and his decision making. There is no point in having the existing human replaced with the technology. Example, like we heard about Tesla's completely automated car before 2 years, and now they have realized that without the interventions of human, even like even the complete 100% automation cannot have a result. It cannot be a result oriented product. So this Tesla's autopilot, which definitely needs humans intervention in the critical solution situations, is it's something it's a very remarkable one which they have invented. So these four key features are very, very, very important, and these four key features will have a lot of business opportunity, lot of job opportunities, and a lot of it's going to pave way for great research and development for the future generations to come. And without speaking about this AI, IoT, blockchain, and robotics, I don't think so this industry 5.0 can be complete, because this is something which is catering for a seamless commercial methodology of any business process. Example, AI and machine learning. So anyone and everyone has been we are being dependent on missionaries, and it is just to make a smart decision. Example, like a calculator, the ancient machine which we all rely on. Even though we know 2 + 2 is 4, again, like for a cross checking, or we really wanted to check using this calculator. And just imagine if this particular confidence, for me, AI and machine learning is just not for the betterment of the work, but it gives an extra confidence where it assures you that your decision is actually correct, where we could take a smart decision in the future. So, and the IoT, Internet of Things. Internet of Things is we all really know, but like having it connected with the day-to-day life is something which is very, very important. For an instant, I would always say that like I have two daughters where we've been connected. There is a device we've been connected through our smartphones. We've been connected through our smartwatches, and it is just not on the business aspect, but it is also on the personalized connectivity for this fast forward world where we can keep an eye on whatever is happening. So for an instant, like we park the car in the like a very crowded area, and we would always be getting a notification. I would always be getting a notification if something happens to my car or somebody has hit the car. Rather than thinking this technology into a complete technical process, just see if we could connect this to our day-to-day life and see how easy it is actually paving a way for a seamless lifestyle. So IoT is something which is very, very notable, and it's going to have a great impact in this era. And then the blockchain. Now, it's not because we are into blockchain. I'm a flag bearer of this, but blockchain is a much needed technology, and I always like whenever I meet students and whenever I meet professionals, we used to discuss about how this is really going to turn the world where transparency is the key to success. That is how it is all about. We have to have the entire business process on a very transparent method. We really need to have the supply chain process to be on a strong and a very transparent method, because without any transparency, I don't consider, or I don't see how a business or a process could have a seamless methodology. So blockchain, great technology, and I personally suggest, like since it is on the beginning stage, anyone and everyone, like the students here, if at all you get a chance to take a piece out of it, just grab it, because that can really, really do something for your future, because we don't know where the blockchain is going to be and how it's going to really turn the world, once and for all. Each and every government, if you take the Indian government, I think a couple of states, they have already started storing their data in blockchain, where they wanted to secure and they wanted to give a very transparent data for the public. And finally, the robots. the word robots itself is it's very close, because whenever we hear about this, we always thought this is going to replace the human. Because I'm repeating this word, replacing the human, because it is something which was a very considerable, very bothering moment, like 4 5 years back. Most of the industries in the Western countries, they replaced. I think near about 45% of the employment was declined because of the interventions and the replacement of humans. So now just it is just opposite. There can be technology, there can be like 100% self-working robot, but again, like there needs to be a skilled human to handle this, and there needs that particular human is the only like course of operation who can take this process to the next stage. So this four parts are very very important, and I believe like in the following days, in this 6 days of sessions, they are actually covering each and every of this particular topic, where you will have a wide array, where you will completely get an ideology on how you could utilize this and how you could implement this particular technology and the methodology in your day-to-day professions, and maybe for your research and innovative part. And there comes the opportunities and the challenges. Yes, opportunities, whatever they might be, whenever there is a new technology invented or introduced into the market, yes, there would be a lot of opportunity, but also it comes along with challenges. When it comes to this opportunity, yes, all you need to do is just you have to redesign your skill, especially into renewable energy sector and the blockchain sector. So the jobs are tremendous and is very very huge. People like us, we have a green carpet welcome for the professionals who are really has an ideology and on sustainability and the blockchain. The future is really really great for this. And also this smart and ethical automations, that is something which is very very needed. Just imagine Tesla. Okay, consider like we all are there in Tesla factory, and there is going to be a fire crack, or like there is going to be something negative happen. If the process is really aligned, you're going to be notified even before something negative is going to happen. So that is how all these technologies together has empowered the current commercialization of the industry 5.0. So these are the two great opportunities. And when it comes to this challenges, it is always technology versus the ethical bias. It is always, it is always there. Having, smartphones and the phones in hand is actually good. But when you think little on the ethical part, there is always a concern for us to step back from whatever the invention is there in the market. So that is something which is going to be little more challenging. And we all know about the cyber security threat. You really have to understand what exactly is happening on the commercial world, because each and every day the cyber security threat is really increasing, because there is a technology growing, and there is a group of people who really wanted to break it down, who really wanted to hack it out, who really wanted to know what exactly is there. Even we speak about blockchain, which is like 100% transparent, secured, and everything. But again, there are a lot many other people in the market who wanted to break it and see what exactly it is, and that is actually giving a great impact, great setback for the commercialization. And the final part is the personal reskilling methodology. This is something the current generation should always think about. If you could take all your faculty members, or including me, when we started our career, we were not very much aware that this blockchain is going to rule, this IIT is going to come, there's going to be AI, ChatGPT, where we were actually sitting and writing, if a complete report was gotten ready by us, where we do have a mentor, we all used to do the brainstorming, we did the research in hand, there was a personal touch. But now, as in this AI and other improvisation in the market, it basically pulls down the actual skills of the people. But again, that is the point here. We really need to upgrade and upskill whatever we are into. So Personally, I suggest each and every students. It is a must that you really have to concentrate and you really have to enhance whatever the like technical part you are given with. So this is a very small introduction which I was about to give on Industry 5.0, and here like we could. Start sharing questions where I can answer. One more thing I wanted to suggest and convey to the fellow participant is this kind of an opportunity for 6 years, and that too 6 days, and that too like you're gonna get a certification, and like you have good industry professionals from different stream. If at all like I can give you an idea what exactly you're going to know about in the coming 6 days is all our industry professionals where they do have hands-on experience on what exactly the market is all about. Because students mostly for the 3 or 4 years, your world is completely different from what exactly is happening outside. So these kind of programs are very well, and it is actually much needed for the current student market, because the world outside is quite challenging, where without you upskill, without you knowing the complete details, it's going to be little challenging for you to move forward. So I personally suggest like you have wonderful topics, and I would 100% recommend you to not miss this IoT 5.0 architecture by Dr. Brinda, because that is something which can give you a complete idea on how exactly this entire industry is formulated and structured. So I wish all the best for all the participants, students, and the fellow industry professionals. So if there is any questions, you can drop in the chats where we could do a little interaction now, or I can ask you questions where you can answer me, so that do you guys think AI can be an ethical destructor? How good the AI would be? Because now everything is going to be AI in the future. In the next 3 years, I don't know. You could really imagine how great the enhancement would be. So, do you really think having AI into the world, into the market, into the commercial world would be like would not bring any destruction when it comes to this the ideology of ethics? You can drop in the chat message. No idea what AI is actually going to do to us. No idea. Great, great. So thank you so much. I was given one more half an hour time, but AI would not have any ethics. Great, great. But again, like, I mean, since can AI replace humans, ma'am? 100% not. See, that is what Industry 5.0 is all about. We really wanted to empower the human and the mankind. We cannot replace, we really, like, there is no point in replacing human being and moving something forward. For whom, like, for whom all these results, and for whom all these, like, enhancements are for? No. So AI can be considered a little ethical when it has that human touch. That is the point here. That is the, if you could see the revolution gaps from industry 0.1, 1.0 to 4.0, the switch from 4.0 to 5.0 is quick. It's really quick, and it's a very swift switch considering the previous era. The reason behind was the 4.0 was not having much of human interference. That was the biggest concern all the corporate rise. We all met with that. So I personally suggest, like, this is our market. This is the actual market for the mankind. And all the professionals and the students, like you can start developing lots and lot of methodologies which can pave a great way for the betterment of the like mankind. So yeah, elaborate a little bit more on the blockchain technology. Yes. So I would, when it comes to this blockchain, I am not a blockchain expert, but I am a commercialized blockchain person. I will tell you how. I was not having any idea when it comes to like 5, 6 years back, blockchain, it was all we know about is Bitcoin and all those stuff. But now blockchain is something which is completely transforming the entire industry. For example, if you were to take our blockchain, we are actually developing a blockchain named frequency chain, and this frequency chain is exclusively developed, curated for the global renewable energy industry. It's exclusive for the global renewable energy industry. And why we really wanted a blockchain in renewable energy industry or any industry for that case. Okay. Example, for a simple, like example. Consider you are the head of Tesla. You really wanted to know the production, like the from the procuring till the end using of lithium in your factory. And if all these data are man kept, okay, if all these data are kept in a record which can be edited or like which can be shuffled, just imagine what is the impact more into it. Okay, so that is something which we all need to concentrate. Transparent and secure business methodology is the lagging process for the current market, and blockchain is, yes, it is actually connecting this, both the ends, actually connecting both ends. So to speak more about blockchain, I really need more than 4, 5 hours, where we could start with how it came into the market and how it's going to, like change the market. What are the negative aspects, the positive aspects altogether. So that is in blockchain in the day-to-day operations. That is only because the transparent and secured solution is the only way which could have a tremendous impact in the future generation and in the market. So, on layman point of view, this particular technology needs, like it has a lot of opportunity, lot of, like there can be a lot of innovative products which can be, like found out and gotten into the market. So, this is something which each and every one of us could have a look. Hi, sorry, there has been a technical glitch. Yeah. So we were speaking about the blockchain along with Industry 5.0. So what we personally feel is it is completely a human-centric innovation and which distributes trust, as I said, because blockchain basically an immutable ledger, like it is a distributed ledger where it speaks and it holds more on the transparency and the security. And I was speaking about the importance of blockchain, which the renewable energy industry needs, because there's going to be a great impact when it comes to this electricity and demand. Great impact. It's going to be a very, very, very great impact. So having blockchain integrated in this renewable energy industry can pave a great source of like business opportunities, and it can really empower the sustainability which we all speak, like which we all are speaking about. We came across a project last week where it was gotten by a student, and he has invented a complete solar powered two-wheeler. It's like a complete solar powered two-wheeler. And we had a lot of questions to and fro asking him like how he could really say, because there are a lot of we ourselves are into electric vehicle manufacturing, and we asked him, like how exactly this particular vehicle, this particular concept is going to be a hit in the market, like since, like we run a company, little commercialization is our part. And when we asked that, that particular student, he was very keen on showing all the records in a blockchain. I don't want to mention that chain which he actually used, but again, he said all these data are recorded in the chain where each and every transportation, the each and every usage of that particular vehicle, and how that particular vehicle has helped reducing the carbon, and how that particular vehicle has supported for this carbon reduction, and how that record which can be used for the carbon credit, the connectivity of all these three has been explained by him. And we had acquired that particular project, and we started developing that particular concept in our blockchain. So that is how this improvisation is actually happening at present. And having blockchain in this particular era is very, very important, because the supply chain is the biggest headache when it comes to all the manufacturing units, just not our industry. If you could take any industry for that sake. Example, let us not go deeper into the commercialization part, but again, let's see how this can be implemented in our day-to-day operations. For an instant, let's consider Amazon. You, me, everybody use Amazon for our, frequent purchases. We place an order, the order is packed, it is actually dispatched, but we don't get that product in hand. Even if we get the product in hand, it's going to have little damage, and we wanted to resend it back. And even if we wanted to resend it, there wouldn't be a proper, delivery and pickup. Even if there is a proper delivery pickup, the refund has a great issue. Just see, how this entire, small package from that particular vendor to our home, and how great impact is this is actually having in a real time basis. And this particular the entire operations can be streamlined, and it can be made little smooth when the blockchain, AI, and IoT is combined together and integrated in the supply chain. Say, if all the data are entered in a blockchain where that particular data is highly transparent with the distributor, the manufacturer, and the end user, then we know where the particular process gets stuck. And the solution can be provided on time and instantly, which can streamline and smoothen the entire operations. That is more important when it comes to this real-time commercial world. That is very, very important. So this three combinations, like the blockchain, AI, and the IoT together, it has they combiningly, they can give a great impact in the commercial market. This is not just for a commercial success, but also for the success of innovation and the research. Many projects are coming out of these three combined together. They are projects in the sense, they are actually a solution provided. You find a problem in the market, bring in a solution, and convert that particular solution into a business methodology. That is how everything works, if you could see around yourself. And especially for the current student fraternity, I personally suggest look around. There are a lot of things which needs to be improvised, which needs to really have which needs your thought process and concerns. Once you have that problem in hand, see if you could really find a solution which can change the entire process in the mankind, because that is something lagging in the current world. Having new era, having a lot of revolutions, having new technology, found and implemented in our day-to-day life, that is completely different. How chat GPT is going to help you in your day-to-day life, and what empowerment you gonna do for the society is what we want. How deep seek making money, what exactly they are formed of is something different, but how you're going to make use of it and what impact you going to bring it to the current and the future generation is what concerns more. So the improvisation and the development should always have proper solution which would empower and enhance the mankind and the humanity. That is more important. So, and I am, is the PSG MC is there? The next speaker is joined. because if the next speaker is joined, I would like to invite him.
Thank you, ma'am. A very heartful thank you to Ms. Ponsana David for delivering such an insightful and engaging session on Introduction to Industry 5.0. Your expertise and clarity have truly enriched our understanding of how human-centric approaches and advanced technologies will shape the future of industries. Once again, thank you, Ms. Ponsana David, for sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, let's take a break for 10 minutes. Thank you. So I welcome you all for the session 2 on day 1. We are honored to welcome Mr. T. Giftselvin, Director for Learning and Innovation at MaxBay Technologies. Mr. Giftselvin has more than 24 years of total working experience and completed his BE in Mechanical Engineering at Manomaniyam Sundarnar University in the year 1996, and also a postgraduate diploma in Business Administration and Management at Pondicherry University in the year 1999. His area of expertise is enabling industries with interactive, experiential, and outcome-oriented learning to plan and initiate Industry 4.0 transformation, helping to shift traditional manufacturing towards connected, visible, transparent, predictable, and autonomous system for operational excellence. We are privileged to welcome Mr. Giftselvin to present on the topic augmented reality and virtual reality in Industry 5.0. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. And good evening, all. And welcome you all for the second session in augmented reality and virtual reality in Industry 5.2. Hope you have already had a good session in introduction of the Industry 5.2, how the industrial revolution is being happening. And now actually we are in the Industry 4.0 and still the transformation is happening globally. 4.0 itself and 5.0 is more ahead. So hope you know that in 5.2 more about cyber physical cognitive system. So we'll be having kind of adaptability with more AI and ML layer will be there on top of the IoT. And also the mass customization are all the the keys in the Industry 5.2. Okay, let me share my screen now. Yeah, I hope that you all can see my screen. Is it visible, ma'am? Yeah, I hope that my screen is visible. Yeah, let me continue. Yeah. Okay, so in this second session, the agenda is we'll be seeing about the introduction about the immersive technologies, basically what is AR, what is VR, and what is MR, and more about what kind of platform devices and how the developing process is happening in augmented reality as well as virtual reality, and what are some adoption trends, current trends, how it going in various industrial segments, and especially in the area of training or workforce development, how the virtual reality is instrumental one. The technology is having very good disruption in the education and trainings. And then we'll be seeing many applications in product life cycle, like design phase, marketing phase, and operations, and as well as the maintenance and service phase. And also we'll see the benefits and value proposition in those product life cycle. Okay, so these are all the agenda we'll be seeing in the next couple of minutes. Okay. In the immersive technologies, as I mentioned that augmented reality is one of the technology. What is augmented reality? So basically, augmented reality is, in that um, uh, we can able to see the real world. On top of that, we can able to superimpose or we can able to add any digital content like a 3D model or any image or any sound or any text or any videos. So all these things we can able to any animations. So all these things we can able to superimpose in any real world. So you can see some samples in the picture. You can see any kind of object, any furniture, any building, any machines on top of any floor or on top of any table. So you can able to locate it. You can able to target it or you can able to anchor it. It's kind of it will be look like the digital component is also added in the real world. So normally we cannot see with our eye. We can see through any tablet or mobile phone cameras, or we can use any augmented reality devices like HoloLens like that. So that, that through that device, you can able to see both the real world and also the digital world or digital components. So this is basically called augmented reality. So for this, certain devices are there, certain platforms we will be using, and different types of operating system we can use. And based on the application, we can choose what kind of device, what kind of software development kit, what kind of platform. So all these things we can select and we can develop the application and we can use it. And second one is we call it as a virtual reality. In the virtual reality, you know that as you see, the device will cut off the real world. So when you wear the virtual reality device, you'll be totally disconnected with the real world and you will be seeing the 360-degree, the complete digital world. So whatever we are designing or developing as a digital environment, you can immerse into the digital world. So through this device, you can walk through, in the digital world. You can, enjoy the something, unseen, something unsafe, something you cannot travel. So all these things, very harmful area also. Everything can be digitized. You can develop that as a 3D world, and you can walk through in it, and you can have a game. You can have entertainment. So many trainings, so many things you can do it in this digital world. So this is the basic and major difference between augmented reality and the virtual reality. And the next one, we call it as another term as a mixed reality. Mixed reality is basically, it may be an augmented reality or a virtual reality. Up on top of that, if the user can able to interact with the digital content. In the first picture, the top one, you can able to see the person who is wearing a HoloLens, that is a AR glass. He can able to see the real world. In that he can able to see some digital world like some digital screens. Suppose with his hands, if he can able to interact with the screen, he can able to scroll, he can able to touch any button, he can able to play, or he can able to move, swap, whatever the interaction he can able to do it. If it is possible means, then we call it as a mixed reality. So the program should have the capability to accept the, to allow the user to interact with that. Similarly, virtual reality also, suppose the user can only walk through the environment, only see the environment, then it is a virtual reality. Suppose if the user can be able to interact with that, then we call it as a mixed reality in virtual reality also. So the second picture, you can able to see a person who is playing with virtual reality device. So he can interactively, he can play a game. So based on his hands and he holds the controllers and he can be able to interact, with the digital world. He can see the responses. He can get the very good experience that. So the application will have the capability to allow the user to interact with that. So then VR also we can call it as a mixed reality. Both way it is possible. Suppose VR where we can see only without interaction. You can see in mall and theaters the 3D uh, or 5D experience theaters are there. There you can, the simulators will be there. You'll be having a VR headset device, and your seat will be a simulator one. So in that you can see, you can walk through into the Jurassic Park, Undersea World, or any future world, any roller coaster, so many things. But you cannot interact with that. You can able to feel it, you can see it, all the 360-degree, you can view the digital world, but you cannot interact with that. So this is the difference. So AR and VR, if the user can be able to interact with that, we call it as a mixed reality. Okay, so coming to the augmented reality, so normally the devices which are all being used to have the augmented reality based applications. So the handheld mobile or tablet device. So the simple and basic any smartphone. So normally nowadays almost all the mobile phones are enabled with, for the augmented reality applications. So we can use the smartphone itself to experience augmented reality applications, and tablets. You can use the tablets. So through that camera, you can have an augmented reality experience. You can have the augmented reality application, and you can operate it. And next is the RealWear. So RealWear, this is again, it's a kind of tablet only, but it is a head-mounted tablet. We call it as HMT. So that is, the people who work, or you want, those who want the hands-free, who works in very heights. So normally they used to wear this kind of RealWear, and through their voice they can be able to interact with the suppose if you have the tablet, we used to use our finger for the interaction for the operations. But in the RealWear, you can use your voice. So based on that, you can able to open any drawings or any 3D files. So you can have a similar AR experience with the RealWear as it's a small tablet. Okay. So the next one is a mixed reality glass. That is a Microsoft HoloLens 2, normally is being widely used now. So that is a kind of see-through glass. So when you wear it, you can able to see the real world in front of you, and also in front of you, whatever the program we have it. So the digital content also will appear in front of you. That may be an animation, that may be anything, a screen or whatever it is, whatever we develop, you can see the digital world in front of you, and you can able to interact also if it is a mixed reality one. So many applications we can have with this mixed reality, or the HoloLens device. So then coming to the SDKs. So normally the SDK means it is called as a software development kit. To develop any augmented reality application, we need the platform first. We need to select the platform first. So the platform will give the flexibility to use any kind of software development kit. Software development kit, many kits are available based on the applications we want to develop, what kind of targets we want to use it, kind of image targeting, QR code targeting, spatial targeting, or area targeting, so model targeting. So many targets are there. So many software toolkits are also available, like Euphoria, that is from PTC, and AR toolkit, and AR Core from Google, and AR Kit from Apple, and MaxST, and Wikitool. And the last one is Mixed Reality Toolkit, MR Toolkit. So that is especially you'll be using for the HoloLens, the programming to develop program for HoloLens. So certain toolkits, software development toolkits are free. Certain things we need to pay. That is based on the targets we are choosing. Okay, so the development platform, as I said, that for augmented reality, the Unity 3D is widely being used globally. So it's a very powerful platform, and the 3D engine is very user friendly one, and also it is very flexible and powerful enough for the experts also. So many features are there, and it is a free version for all the students. So anyone can learn it, and they can develop augmented reality program with the Unity platform. So with Unity, we can develop AR-based applications for mobiles, desktops, and also web-based applications. So web-based applications normally will be used in the browser itself. No special installation is needed. The browser itself, we can have the augmented reality experience. So the applications normally for 2D or 3D games, and with Unity, we can develop augmented reality, as I already said, and also in the Unity 3D, we can develop virtual reality applications also, and mixed reality also. In both AR and VR, we can develop mixed reality applications also with Unity 3D. Apart from this platform and software development kit, And the other softwares also needed to develop any AR-based applications, like for video production and video editing, we'll be using After Effects, Adobe After Effects and Adobe Premiere, and for graphic design and the user interface and user experience and visual graphics effects, we'll be using Photoshop and Adobe Illustrate and Adobe XD, Figma. All these tools are being used wherever it is required. And for sound effects and music production, sound editing tools like Audacity. So all these things, some sound effects also we can create by using the softwares. And for 3D models and 3D rendering, lighting, and texturing. So all these things can be done through AutoCAD, ZBrush, and 3ds Max, and SketchUp, and Blender. This kind of 3D software is also being widely used wherever it is required. And basically, in the Unity platform, we'll be using C# codes and Visual Studio scripting. We need to use it for this development. So the development process normally for any developing any application, that may be a mobile-based application or desktop-based application or web-based application, we need to study the requirements. We need to develop the workflow. We have to prepare the storyboard, and then we have to design the user interface and UX screens. Then we need to get the approval. Then we have to prepare the required assets as a 3D models or any videos or any images. So whatever is required, we have to develop it, and we have to optimize the mesh count. Then we have to apply the textures and rendering, and then we have to write the functionality for the UI. And with the SDKs, they have to finalize the which scanning mode they have to use, whether image scanning or model scanning or spatial targeting method. So that we need to select first. Based on that, the SDK should be used. Then the scripting and the SDK functionality to be done. Then the build to we have to take the output according to the device OS, whether it be used in Android-based devices or it will be used iOS-based devices. So based on that, the format has to be decided, whether it is APK format or IPA format. So based on that, the output has to be taken. Then that has to be tested in the particular device and the validation to be done. Then that can be published. That can be used as private, as a direct files also, or if it can be published in the Play Store or App Store based on Android or iOS application. Then it can be released for go live. So these are all the major phases or activities in the development process. So coming to the virtual reality, so the devices basically, you know that the Oculus is very famous now. Oculus 3 is being used nowadays, and HTC Vive is there, and also some smaller one like a Samsung Gear VR you can find in market. So each one has its own features like that. So normally this head-mounted displays, we call it as a virtual reality headset, and some small one like the Samsung Gear VR like that. So normally for that we have to connect with the smartphone. So that is called smartphone powered devices. So there is a very simple one. So normally all the inputs will be streamed from the smartphone to the device. So standalone devices like Oculus and Vive, so that we can use everything and the OR memory, everything will be in the headset itself. It's kind of a mounted kind of computer. So we have memory, OS, everything there inbuilt. Yeah, the next one is the tethered headset. As I already told, it will be connected with the wire, the mobile phone to the headset. So it will be streaming from the mobile phone to the headset. Yeah, the first one, smartphone powered device, is very simple one. In that, we can insert our smartphone inside the headset. So the smartphone itself will divide into two screens, so that in many YouTube videos are there. So with that, we can able to have the experience in virtual reality one. It's a very simple one. Okay, so the platform which will be used for virtual reality development, already as I said, the Unity 3D can be used. That is being widely used for VR based applications also. And Unreal Engine also very famous, especially for the very high quality graphics, AAA games and all, completely being developed with the Unreal Engine. So for Unreal Engine, The only thing is we need more or high performance graphics is needed. And other platforms are apart from Unity and Unreal Engine, the Lumberyard also one of the platform which is from Amazon. So the SDKs which you can use it for virtual reality is basically SteamVR for all the Windows-based applications, and for Android we can use Oculus-based SDK. Now Oculus has released one more new SDK. It is called MetaXR. So that one is very flexible. Even for Windows-based application, we can use MetaXR, and Android-based we can use it. And even for mixed reality glass like HoloLens also, we can use it, the same MetaXR. Yeah, the development process almost it is similar like augmented reality one. So similarly, the requirements or the strategy to be developed first, and we have to prepare all the 3D assets and environments which is required for create the complete 3D world or create 3D building or 3D environment, whatever it is. So we need to prepare everything. We need to make every assets ready. Then as I said, the storyboard should be done upfront. Then the programming or development should be done. Then the testing and validation to be there. Then the end user should use it, and he has to review and he has to approve it. Then it can go for go live. So normally some factors we need to consider whether we develop AR or VR programming. The 3D model, the quality of the 3D model, and the mesh count for the 3D model is very, very important. So that will reduce the loading time, and that will enhance the user experience. So it should have a very optimized mesh count for all the 3D models which is being used, and the strategy also accordingly you have to do it. So then the user can have without any glitch or any latence time very quickly he can able to get the streaming and the experience also very good. And apart from that, the rendering and animation are very important, and physics, what kind of physics they are using for the better experience is very important. Many options are there, and sound effects and visual effects also we have to use very effectively, and post processing for any additional visual effects. Okay, so coming to see the adoption trends, still the adoption is the low only till now, and investment on these kind of applications also the low one. But whatever is being developed and being used in different industries, so the return on investment is really good. It is more than moderate and near to high, and the TCO also is really good. So just the total cost to the owner also is very good. For the when they use these kind of applications, really they are getting good TCO, and satisfaction also really more than moderate now. And still keep on this is increasing, and keep on device performance is being increasing with the new releases, and the cost also being reduced for the new devices, new technologies. So going forward, this will have still we can expect the adoption will be more. And if you look at the industry disruption, apart from gaming and entertainment, if you look at the trend, the healthcare and medical devices, yeah, the very good disruption, and so 38%. And next education, next workforce development and training. As I said, the very education and the training, this AR and VR also very effectively it will be used. So now it is we have started, and going forward. The disruption will be more in these areas. And as also in the industrial segments like manufacturing and automotive area also, many use cases now we have developed, and we are realizing the benefits in terms of productivity and reducing cost and eliminating waste and improving quality and so many, and enhancing customer experiences and so many areas. It gives very good outcomes. Okay, so why virtual reality is very powerful, especially in the area of trainings. You can see the pyramid. So this is the one you can see in the internet. It is available. So how we are learning. So you can see the knowledge retention pyramid in different modes of learning. Right. So during the lecture, when we only listen, only we can able to retain 5%. When you read, it is 10%. When you watch and listen, it is 20%. When you demonstrate, it is 30%. When you watch and listen as a group discussion, it is 50%. And when you do hands-on, when you practice it, it is 75%. When you do it and also when you teach it, it is a 90%. So this is a general, the learning pyramid. So in VR-based one, normally the person who is learning through virtual reality, he will be completely engaged, and through the gamification way, he will learn anything. It may be a language, it may be any kind of skill, and he has to, he will get the hands-on in that. So normally it is a kind of a 75% knowledge retention, he can able to get it. So that is the reason it is 4 times faster than the usual classroom sessions, and the knowledge, and the engagement. There's no distraction in that, as he is wearing a device and he will be playing in it and learning. So the engagement percent also it is 85%, and knowledge retention also it is 75%. So that wherever it is implemented, especially in the safety trainings, there is statistics it is saying that 43% of the workplace injuries has been reduced. So wherever these kind of trainings are given in terms of safety. So that way, the virtual reality is really have a very good impact in the any education, training, or learning domain. Well, coming to the industries, the product life cycle, various phases like marketing, design, and operations and services. There are many use cases we can able to see. So here I have many use cases we can able to see. We can see one by one quickly. Okay. So coming to the marketing side, so the augmented reality can be used as a pre-buying experience application. So normally we used to buy things through online or the e-com websites. So as a 2D picture, we see that. So later, when you use the augmented reality application, if you buy any furniture or any machines, any vehicle, everything you can able to virtually you can see the experience, 360-degree view, and you can interact with that, how it works. You can understand the features and specifications and operations functions. Then you can choose the model, right brand, everything like that. So that is possible when you use this kind of AR-based applications. So this is one sample you can able to see how one this kind of water purifiers. This is just a sample. It's a kind of small catalog. Before buying it, how a user can through the mobile, he can able to see the different models. He can able to swap the models. Then he can decide that which model suits for his house. He can select it. So this is some sample only. So he can able to fix it in the wall, or he can able to keep anything in his table or in his floor. Even we can add any specifications, tags about its functions, about any technical features. So he can understand everything. Then he can choose which model he want to buy it. So next, web-based augmented reality, we call it as. So normally in the in the website, so all the companies will have a product as a 2D picture. So also we can have a 3D model also in the browser. The user can able to rotate it and he can able to understand that in the browser itself. Now, if we have the augmented reality experience, so that you will in that website itself, you can see one more button. You can press it, and the camera will open. So when he target on any a table or a floor, he can able to see the particular product in his own place. He can able to interact with that. Then he can able to decide. This one small application. So this is a kind of a pump model is there. So in the browser itself, the user can able to have all the 360-degree rotation and all the information about it. And suppose if you want to see the particular model in his own factory or own his place, you can able to place it. You can able to move it and whatever it is. So whatever the way we want to give, we can give. If you don't want to zoom it, you can control that also. You can always have the scale one size like that. So whatever the way we are entering, it look like more the reality, like a original product. So you can able to experience the product, then you can select the product. So that kind of it's a very simple app, no installation is needed. So all the users they can able to from the browser itself they can able to load the particular product. That may be a small pump or that may be bigger. earth mover also, they can able to load and they can able to see that. So that is possible through this web AR. So next is a virtual reality based factory tour or any virtual tour. So suppose if we have a virtual lab or virtual showroom or virtual factory, yes, it is possible. So there is no 3D model is needed. So any existing built up area can be completely recorded through 360-degree camera or 3D camera. So you will get a complete 3D environment that in that we can add any additional tags like that, any information, any sounds, any voice, any videos, any live data, all these things we can attach. So after that, through the virtual reality headset, the user can walk through in it. Then he can able to interact with that. He can able to understand about the product. Then he can decide it. So it's kind of a virtual factory tour. Maybe I can give one small sample. This will open the browser itself. And if you have a virtual reality headset, you can wear the headset and really you can walk through it through the browser, through the controllers. See, this is kind of a small chocolate factory. So the user can walk through with the virtual reality headset, or if you have only laptop, you can able to walk through with the mouse and browser, and even mobile also we can have the same experience.
Hi everyone, I'm Cacao for Facility for Education.
So for any, even virtual lab can be done like this. Virtual campus can be done. So the people can, it is, we need only the kind of a special 360-degree camera, and, you can have walkthrough experience. So these are all called active points wherever, the camera is, capturing the 360-degree. You can see all the 360-degree experience here. And whatever we are tagging, that will come. So maybe a static information, any text information or any video information or any sound.
My name is Dan Radigan. I'm the co-founder of French Broad Chocolate. We are standing in...
So also we can add any live data also. Suppose if it is a virtual lab or any virtual factory, if you have the already it is IoT is enabled, if you have data, then you can connect the data here. Automatically the data will come from the cloud, and at any time the live data also can be seen. So very simple one. Through browser itself, the user can walk through and they can get the experience like this. Even any built up area, any number of floors, any resorts, institutions, anything can be captured like this. Okay, so this is another just example. I'll come to that. Okay. So next is coming to the design phase. For AR-based prototyping can be done. So instead of creating any physical prototype, we can create the 3D model, and that can be evaluated with the existing the 3D space available, and so that quickly we can able to do the proof of concept, and we can be able to analyze that, so that will reduce the time and reduce the cost. So then you can go for the real-time production. And coming to the operations, many use cases are there. You can see one by one. So any manufacturing or assembly operations, any kind of work instruction, the standard operating procedure, or any kind of assembly process or production process or maintenance process, we can make it as a AR-based application like this. It is a simple tablet can be used, or any HoloLens kind of MR glass can be used. This is one small application we have developed. You can see that. So this is augmented reality-based work instruction for some pump components. See, for example, many pumps are there, many maintenance tasks are there. So the user can select the particular pump here, and he can select particular task. So hundreds of tasks may be there for servicing that particular pump. So he can select any particular task. So then he will get complete, the visual guidance about the particular task, particular work. So all the step-by-step instruction, he will get it. So interactively, he can understand that, and visually he can understand that, and the audio also will come. So right from the prerequisites, right from the safety instruction.
Prerequisites. 1. Before starting work on the pump set, make sure it is disconnected from the mains and cannot be.
So any step he can select one by one, and he can get the complete visual guidance, and he can follow the
Step
same
2.
steps
Drain the
so that he
pump
can
by
complete
opening the
the
drain plug and
entire
the air vent screw.
operation.
Move glands to the impeller.
So in this example, you can see that how the real world is there, and this digital content is placed on top of the real world.
Step 12.
It is placed on the
Remove
floor.
the casing wear rings.
Okay, so this kind of AR-based application with the tablet for any work instruction we can do. So next, actually, with the HoloLens or mixed reality glass also, we can develop this kind of work instruction. So we can see another example. See, this is in this the mixed reality Microsoft HoloLens, the greater advantage is the hands are free, and you will get the holographic guidance, and all the guidance will be exactly positioned where the particular action to be done with the text, with the picture, or with the graphical annotations. So it will guide all the steps. So without anybody's help, the person who may not know the procedure, he can able to get the guidance from the HoloLens. He can complete the task. So this is also basically augmented reality, but it is a completely interactive. So we call it as a mixed reality. So next is AR-based user manual. So for any product, so now user manual is very common. So we know that for any product, we will get the printed user manual. Now we know that the PDF files are there for all the user manual. So next is a user manual in the AR-based application like that. For any product, one few MBs, we can get the user manual. So at any time, we can able to understand the features and functions and all the specifications. So the user can understand very easily. This is one small example. So this is a kind of a desktop milling machine. So instead of having a printed or PDF file, we can have the kind of augmented reality experience through this user manual. So in this, as we don't have the physical model also have been replaced with the digital model. Suppose if you have the real physical model, so the model targeting will be there, so that you will get all the annotations and the graphical tags, everything on top of the physical model. But in this example, you see the model also digital, and all the additional instruction and specifications also in the digital. So in the digital one, you can interact also. If you select the the audio button, you can be able to get the explanation. So how it can be used, about the features and all about functions, and we can able to have the videos also. Can enable the videos, and any time the user can operate this and he can able to understand about it. If you have any question about this, so the learning will be very fast, and it's completely digital. So next, suppose any industry is already enabled with Industry 4.0 or Industrial IoT. So that means all the machines are already connected, all the parameters are being streamed to the cloud, and the live stream data is already available. So if you have AR with IoT integrated solution, so instead of having a TV or monitor to see all the dashboards, the supervisor or the plant head can have a tablet or can wear a Microsoft HoloLens, and he can just walk through that, so that we can customize the dashboards according to the device, according to the decision making, according to what kind of insights you need to get every day. So we can have the displays like this. So only the key parameters can be displayed on top of the machine like this. So quickly you can able to take any decision without asking anyone. So that is the pictures you can able to see that, and small application we have developed for that also. So this is the live data comes from the cloud, and that will be shown on top of this particular machine to get the quick insights about the operation. For example, here you can see one example. See, for example, so this is one BOPT, battery operated pallet truck. This is one QR code. So assuming that this is a machine, so the user is scanning that particular QR code, and immediately he can be able to see the dashboards. This is a live dashboard. The data is coming from the cloud, and history data, and the graph, everything you can able to see that. So this kind of palettes we can design, we can customize according to the the user or user role. Okay. So next is AR based the real time monitoring. So here also the real time data is available means, for example, in the piping system. So using the model targeting, when you wear HoloLens and when you have a tablet, so automatically all the data will be overlaid or superimposed on that. So the on top of the real the piping model, you can see the water flow rate and water flow direction, everything as a real time the data. So you can able to monitor very easily.
Okay, here we are. Network error at the moment, so it looks like it might be fixing itself. Look at that, network has fixed. Here's the
So this is also one of the augmented reality application.
Okay.
So now whatever you are seeing is through the tablet,
Showing well one.
and similar can be seen through HoloLens also.
Here we can see the
So automatically the graphics will scan the piping and everything, and it will be overlaid, and you can able to see the live the flow rate and all other parameters also.
Pipes
So that parameters comes from the cloud.
into heat exchanger. The green one then shows the flow out through the condenser circuit.
Okay, so we can go to another use case. So AR based real time monitoring. So this is another. These are almost similar, but slightly different. So this is a kind of modular manufacturing system. So this is being used for the educational purpose. It's a kind of small factory, simulated factory. So suppose if it is placed in one lab, and it is being used by students or some other people. So whatever the current data is in the operations happening at the MMS machine, so that can be seen in remotely with this application where we don't have the same machine. So that is the one, the real-time monitoring we can see as an example. So these are some user instructions first. So now okay. So now when we select the focus any floor, that digital model of the MMS machine has been placed. So here we don't have the physical model, we have only the digital model. In that you can anchor all the instructions, all the help manual and whatever you want. The symbol, you can see that. So whenever whatever you want, you can, if you click it, you will get the details or PDF file or any information about that. And also you can see the real-time data also. So the 2.93 bars and everything. So this is the real-time data in the lab where the physical machine is having. So lively, the data will go to the cloud. From the cloud, now I'm seeing remotely, I'm having the digital model. On top of the digital model, I'm seeing the real-time values. So this is a kind of the remotely we can able to monitor, because I'm not in the same location. I'm in different location, but I want to see the real-time data. So I can see the digital model. On top of that, the real-time value, I can able to see that live values. So for that kind of application, we can use it. So next, virtual reality, how it can be used, especially the operator trainings. For example, any bigger machines, any complex machines, any harmful scenarios, before allowing them to work, in the exact location, we can allow the user to train in any virtual room. So the machine can be a digital one. So the digital environment can be created. So the user can interact with that particular machine. He will get all the guidance. He can do any number of times. Even if you do any kind of mistake, no harm will happen to him. So, but he can learn finally. Then he can directly go to the particular location. He can operate the particular machine. So that kind of trainings, the VR based training is very effective. So here you can see one sample.
Main switch. 2. Turn on main switch.
So this is a kind of small example, like how the CNC machine operation can be learned through this virtual reality based. So he is wearing a virtual reality headset. So through the program and with the bare hands, he can be able to do each and every step one by one for the operations of this machine. Then he can learn it. So like this way, any number of steps can be created, and he can do the similar learning at any number of times.
Raw material and place inside CNC and close the door.
And many physics, the interactive features can be used.
Step 6. Press reference button, then press X and Z button. Click offset button and click program button. Finally click cycle.
So with the visual guidance and audio guidance and the graphical guidance, you can able to complete all the steps and you can able to learn it. Even if you do mistakes, you can learn again. So that way, any kind of machines, the learning before going to the particular location, the user can learn in any virtual small room itself. He can learn it many times. Then he can go to the actual one. And simulator also works similar way. Through the simulator, the VR, you can learn. Even the car driving also now you can see the simulators, and even aircraft, the learning is happening in this kind of simulators with the VR only. So you'll get the experience, digital experience. You can do any kind, a number of mistakes. Then after learning, you can go to the real environment. So next, very good application for the virtual reality is safety training. You can see that how the safety training can be used. So normally the safety training, the mock-up drill, all these things can be done physically. So whatever the classroom training about the safety, so that can be converted as a VR-based training. So instead of giving a 6 to 8 hours training, this 1 hour training will be sufficient for him. He can learn all the safety concepts, and he can try that. He can experience it. He can, for example, how to use the extinguisher, how to he act during this kind of emergency situation. So all these learnings he will learn it, and he will implement it. Then he can go for the physical drill. So interactively, he can learn it. For each and every learning, to understand the extinguisher types or how to operate the extinguisher. So through the controller itself, he can get the same experience.
Ensure that you are in a footstep. Handle. One can change.
So each and every the activity, the entire safety training can be divided as many more modules. Each and every module will have many number of tasks. Each and every task he will learn first, then he will implement it. Yeah. Then once if he complete that one, then he can go to the next learning. So now he is learning. Okay. Next is the MCQ. So he is whatever he has learned, he is answering for all the questions. Once he pass the MCQ, now he is allowed to enter into the actual scenario.
That you are in a footstep. Please ensure that you are in a footstep.
So he has to act during the emergency. Whatever he has learned, he has to apply here.
Take the phone to call.
Operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators. Repeat,
So once if he completed the particular activity in time, so that's it. So he has completed the particular learning and he can go to the next learning. So likewise, many tasks he can complete it, so that he will complete modules. He will complete all the modules, but the entire safety training is over. So whatever he has learned and he has experienced, he won't forget it easily. So this is very effective for the safety training. So next, another one example is the uh, virtual reality and IoT integrated solution. So suppose, as I said, the IoT is already implemented. If you have the data of all the software, all the machines, all the utilities, all the devices. So now, as I said, AR also we can use it. So then AR we can use a tablet or you can use HoloLens. If you have the VR integrated, we can use VR headset or we can use browser also. So a small example you can see that how we can see that. So one company have many plants in different geographic location. So the CEO can choose particular plant. He can walk through the plant. He can go to any particular department or bay. He can select the bay and he can quickly see what is the current status of OEE, what is the production status, what is the quality status. So you can go, you can walk through into that. So it is a kind of 3D model. So if you have a laptop, you can walk through in it, or if you have a VR headset, and VR headset also, you can get the walkthrough experience. But it's a little bit primitive. But if you have a very good 3D model of the factory, the experience will be very good. But the data, all the data are live data. So next is the AR-based warehouse management. How the augmented reality can be used for warehouse management. So that the user can understand the inventory status, and also he will understand the production line and sales team data, so that quickly he can able to operate, he can able to supply and everything. So that will reduce the time also. You can see one sample here.
Time is 6:47 a.m. There are pick requests available. In show 3.
Show item 1.
The size for item 1 is 30 by 25 by 5 and the weight of 0.5 kilogram. It's non-fragile. Pick 2.
So if you have asked Microsoft HoloLens, hands are free, and you will get all the holographic guidance, all the necessary information. So based on that, you can work very quickly. You can identify the product very easily. You can understand the inventory. You can work very fast.
Pick request confirmed.
Order complete. Warning. Forklift malfunction detected. Proceed to maintenance area.
Okay.
Okay, so next is a augmented reality based service manual. So this is a kind of marine engine. One marine engine has many number of service tasks. So this is one sample we have done it for the Rolls-Royce company, and you can see how it works. So this is a QR code targeting. So on top of the table, you can load the engine and you can understand all the service procedures. This is one of the method. As we don't have the physical model, we are done with the QR code. And spatial mode also, you can see on another sample. Yeah. So when you focus any flat surface, automatically the particular model engine will be loaded on top of that engine. So if you select the particular task, so each and every step it will guide. So where the service to be done. So what are all the safety measures we have to take? What are the tools needed on each and every step? And if there is any person to be contacted, the checklist, the contact information, all things we can give in each and every step. And the service bill of materials also we can give. So the exploded view so that you can understand. then he can complete all the service for the particular task. Okay, this is another similar, kind of application like a do-it-yourself service. For example, we have seen the user manual, and this is another one. It is a kind of a DIY service. Suppose if you buy any machine, so we cannot do the complete service, but for any kind of the self-service or do it yourself or troubleshooting task, so we can do it by our own self. So for that, instead of giving any PDF format, the troubleshooting manual, we can give a small application like a AI-based application. So that whenever we face any problem, any abnormality, so we can use this app and we can get the help and we can complete the particular troubleshooting task. So this is one small sample. So this is a kind of battery operated pallet truck. So assuming that that is the product or that is a machine or that is a vehicle we have it. If you come across any particular issue, any abnormality, any sound or any smoke, whatever, any kind of thing comes, then you can open that particular application and you can select the troubleshooting, the task, the specific task. So automatically it will give you the explanation, what is the problem, what is the cause, and what are the tools needed, and where the particular things to be done. The graphical guidance also will be there. So all the steps you can see and you can do that, so that you can complete the particular troubleshooting or the DIY task. So likewise, any kind of thing can give us a small application. Okay. So another one example is a VR-based training for any service or any maintenance. So we saw the AR-based application for maintenance. That similar one, virtually how we can learn it. So that also here we can see. So normally the AR is on the particular on the job we can learn and we can do the performance. We can perform the task. Or if you have a MR glass, the hands are free. You can learn and you can complete the task simultaneously. But VR based training is completely a virtual training in a closed room. You can learn it first, then you can go to the spot and you can apply. So that kind of training you can use it here. For example, the similar pump example. So now the user is selecting a particular pump model and selecting the particular task, and he is doing the maintenance job virtually. There's no physical machine is there, pump is there, but he is learning the particular task, completely with the controllers only. So he use the controller and use that. He can hold all the tools and he can follow each and every step, and he learns how to do the particular maintenance task. So any number of tasks he can learn virtually.
Straight up to prevent damage to internal.
So the AR, what we have seen is slightly different. So there he can able to see it and he can able to do the actual work. Here he can do everything digitally, but it's not actual work. So here also he can get the text information, audio information, and also the visual or graphical guidance also. Okay. Yeah. So next is the digital twin, also one of the application. Kind of VR based application. Here you could see, suppose any physical asset or system can be connected with the real-time data through sensors and IoT devices, and that can be replicated as a 3D model to monitor it remotely. For example, here you can see one the many windmills are there. So that is completely connected with all the sensors and IoT enabled, for internal gears and all the things. Whatever the thing you want to replicate it in, virtually, we need to get all the data from that particular machine. So through various sensors and various edge devices are there. So we need to spend for that. So then you will get all the data. So remotely with the monitor itself. So whatever is really happening at the physical world, exactly the similar will be replicated in the digital world. So when it is completely connected, whatever the way it has to be connected, whatever the parameters we want to take from there, so all these things will be displayed, and the animation also will happen like similarly how it happens in the real world, you can see the virtual world. So that is a kind of digital twin you can see. So the bottom one also you can see kind of how the loading is happening per ship. So maybe we are sitting remotely, but on the particular ship, how the loading is currently happening. So through it is a connected one. So virtually you can able to see the same thing in front of our monitor. So you can take decision very quickly. And if you have a uh, history of data, you can keep improve your system. Okay, so another one of the important application, it's augmented reality based remote expert support, expert assistance. So basically, if you use Microsoft HoloLens, it is really good. And one sample you can see quickly here now.
Hey, Andrew.
Correct.
Hey there, this is Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
How are we doing?
For example, you have a problem in your machine. So it's a very big machine, but there is no expertise to resolve that. The expert is in another country or another location. He cannot be able to travel and come immediately and to resolve the particular issue. So through this remote assistance, you can wear the HoloLens, and through Teams you can connect with the experts. So up to 5 people you can connect. So whatever you see in front of your eyes, all the 5 people simultaneously they can see in their monitor or their mobile or their tablet, they can able to see that. So they don't need any device, new additional device. But if you have a HoloLens, you can have a remote assistance application, in your device. You can quickly connect them, and you can get their guidance, and you can accomplish the task. So they don't need to travel from there. So, but remotely they can able to assist you.
So if we look
You
down
can
below,
complete the
you
task.
see stock
So here also you can
This
see
is called
in the forehead
you're
there are many cameras you have. In that camera, they can able to watch what you are seeing, and they can able to annotate it. They can able to guide you. So what is to be done to resolve that particular problem? Even a complex cabling issue, anything can be resolved through this kind of remote assistance.
So the machine just
So
kicks
this is
on.
very effective, application, with the mixed reality device. So they can able to help you through any PDF file,
So it's in the
any
process of
3D
charging,
file.
but it looks like
So
it's
all these
getting
things will
50%.
displayed in front of your eyes.
Yep. So we should be good now.
So now if we go back up to the Sonotech,
So that this will reduce the time, it will reduce the downtime. So immediately, you can able to resolve the issue, and you will ensure the uptime.
rotate it 180 degrees, counter see the text.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it looks like you have functionality. I'm glad we're able to reference the PDF or give.
That's it. Then you can close it. So 3D annotation, everything is possible. So another one, I think this is the last one. Air-based floor, indoor navigation system. So any factory or any building, any multi-story building, even any resort or any university building, any campus, we can scan it, and we can create this kind of navigation system. Any new person who comes into the campus or comes into the building, without asking anyone, he can wear the particular HoloLens device, and he can get all the information. So he will get all the guidance automatically through the device. So here one small sample you can see. It's a kind of small, space, office space. So the person who is, the new to that office, if he wears the HoloLens, he will get all the information. So about the particular facility. And suppose if it is a lab, or if it is any, production area, the live data also can be integrated. So the HoloLens, now these are all the pre-built information is seeing, and the live data also we can add on top of that. And even the building is, multi-story building, and huge building. Without asking anyone, he can just walk and he can go to the particular location. Yeah. So these are all the, some different, use cases, how this kind of augmented reality and virtual reality technologies can be used in product life cycle, like, marketing, design, operations, and services, especially in industries we have seen. So definitely this gives a lot of benefits and value proposition. As we saw some samples in marketing, that will enhance the customer experience so that you become very premium in market. So many advantages are there. In design, to reduce the time, reduce the cost for prototyping, and the collaborative reviews can be done very fastly, and so it saves all obviously the cost also. In operations, we have seen many use cases like right from the work instruction, maintenance, and MR based operations and the trainings. So many applications we have seen. Obviously, that will improve the productivity and reduce the time and operational cost and improves the uptime and also eliminates waste. And services, as I said, after sales also, the maintenance side and the user manual, do-it-yourself application, and any service engineers they can get for hundreds of tasks. They can have the AI-based application. They can use it. They can have a MR-based application so that on spot you can get the guidance. You can complete the task without any error. So first, the quality and, of the service is also really very high. So the customer satisfaction also more. So many outcomes they can get through this kind of new technologies. So that's it in this session. So we have seen the basics about the AR, VR, and MR, and how it has been developed right from the platform and SDKs and the process, and then how it is the adoption trends are there in industry especially, and how it is being can be used very effectively in trainings and education and workforce development, and in the product life cycle, how various use cases can be effectively used in industries, and how the outcomes and value proposition we have seen. Yeah, if you have any question, we can discuss now. Yeah, one question I see from the chat, the main difference between AR and VR users. Yeah, as I said in the beginning, so the augmented reality is basically you will see the real world. Top of that, you can add any digital content and you can use it. So that using your mobile, a tablet. So because in the tablet or mobile, you can see through the camera, you can see the real world. On top of that, whatever the digital content you want, you can able to see. So through the developed program, you can see it, and if it is a capability to interact, you can interact it, you can get more information, you can get more experience. So that is a way the augmented reality works. So especially if you use the HoloLens, that is also kind of augmented reality device. So that is hands-free. So though it's a big expensive, but it's very effective. In the HoloLens also, you can able to see the real world, and you will get all the guidance, visual guidance, audio guidance, and everything without asking anyone. You can do the very first time without knowing that also you can complete the particular task. So that is done. So that is augmented reality. Virtual reality, the device itself, it will close your eyes. You will see the virtual world only. There's no real world. So that is called a virtual reality. So that one, you can play games, you can have any entertainments, and also you can have any kind of trainings, any kind of virtual trainings. That means you will see virtually everything, but you cannot see who is standing in front of you or what is in front of you, because your eyes are completely blocked with the device. The displays, what you're seeing inside the device is totally different. So that is called virtual reality. So virtual reality, only you alone can see what is inside the particular program or the application. the people who are around you, they cannot able to see what you see. AR also similarly, but AR you can see the people also. So that is a major difference. So virtual reality is completely virtual world. In that you can able to even interact with the digital content. But AR is completely real world. The real world itself. Suppose you want to buy one furniture, you want to you want to see how it looks in your particular house or particular room. So now itself it is available in the e-commerce site, in the browser itself, the mobile itself. You can able to see that. You can able to open the camera. Then you can to show if you show the floor, it will scan the floor. Then the particular scale what size of the the sofa or any furniture will be loaded there. 360-degree, you can walk and you can see how it looks, and you can see that whether it suits the color suits in the particular location. If you don't want, you can swap with the other model. So likewise, you can play like that. So the real world, and then you can see the digital world also. With that, you can able to interact, you can able to retract how it works, how it moves. So all those things, if it is a machine, the retractable position, the functions, animations, that also you can see. Then you can decide whether I want to go for this particular machine, a particular product. You can decide. So that is a kind of advantage in augmented reality. So what are all what are the software used in high configuration machines, sir? So as I said that the Unity 3D is very powerful and very effective to create any augmented reality applications, also the virtual reality based application. And if you want very high quality graphics, so like a more even it's in films also they are using this kind of high quality graphics. Then you can go for Unreal Engine. For Unreal Engine, you need more the system should be very should have a high quality graphics support, the hardware, everything. And device also, you need that kind of powerful device. You need more space. The capability should be more for the Unreal Engine, but experience is really good. Yeah, another question I see. Can we create our own VR or AR? Yes, sir. We can create. Yeah, as I said, if you have the Unity, Unity is a free software now for learning purpose. You can have the Unity, and additional other softwares, as I said, Photoshop or any video making or any 3D softwares. If you have, you can prepare 3D models. So are any free models are available on the site itself. You can download those models. So with that, you can develop your own AR based application or VR based applications. Yeah, I think with this we can close the session. So thank you all for your time and your participation. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. To Mr. T. Gibbselvin for delivering such a lively and engaging and insightful session on augmented reality and virtual reality in Industry 5.0. Your energy, deep knowledge, and captivating way of explaining complex concepts have truly made this session an enriching experience for all of us. It was not just informative, but also inspiring, and we appreciate the time and effort you have taken to share your expertise with us. Thank you once again for such an awesome session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Before we conclude, I kindly request all participants to stay back for a few moments. Thank you all for your active participation and precious presence. So the the attendance feedback form has been shared in the Zoom chat section. Please take a moment to fill it out. I repeat, the attendance feedback form has been shared in the Zoom chat section. Please take a moment to fill it out. Once again, thank you all for your active participation and precious presence, and we request you to join us tomorrow for day 2 of the FDP. Thank you.